Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video. YouTubes, what's going on? It's Horse Racing Gamer, blah blah blah. We're back with Gallop 2003. Couple of notes. Have you ever wondered, certain YouTubers in the world, they don't say YouTube, they say YouTube, like CH? No? Okay. Well, don't worry about it. It's not 2 a.m. yet. We're an hour and a half away from 2 a.m. I plan on this being a long night. So, we have a lot to do, man. We have a lot to do. So, last time we left off, we actually did pretty well. Frugal Lark, she's got 4 grade 1s. She is racking them up, and I think is she still undefeated, or did I mess up her streak? No, I did. Regardless, though, she's been undefeated since. 4 grade 1 wins, doing Frugal Lark type of things. Primal Justice, he's looking really solid, and I don't remember if he's already peaked or not. Comes from Perfection and Big Monster, so he should have a relatively long growth type, to be honest with you. I think he's still getting stronger, and he's got several stats looking really solid, so good to see Perfection ended up being a good sire for us, even if it's only for 1 horse, because Primal Justice, he's only got 1 grade 1, 5 wins and 11 starts though, so I mean he's winning every other race essentially, so that's good enough for me. Paracosm, he's 4 years old, and I think he's still growing. He's going to have that really late growth type like Honeybee and Perfect Art. And those are his half-sisters. I keep forgetting. They're all related, so he's going to have the same growth type as them. So in all honesty, all of these 60s, if we're lucky, they could hit 70 by the time he's 5 years old. I mean, realistically, if just all these stats were a little bit higher, he would be a really, really strong horse, with the exception of that 41 power rating. So it's, you know, we're just trying to figure out things with him. 21 meets, only 6 wins, 2 grade 1s. It has been quite a struggle, but I think I'm figuring Paracosm out. And in my notes, I just have, you know, to not run him counterclockwise, which we've run him counterclockwise and he's still had good results. I don't think it's affecting him like the game probably wants it to. And Mad Courage is absolutely insane. We've dropped 2 wins with him for whatever reason. We've won on the dirt. And then on the turf, I have struggled. And I was the favorite in both of those races. And I can't remember exactly why. He's got the... I think I have to hold him off a little bit longer, because I think those races we definitely lost... We had a stamina problem. So I think I just need to be more patient on his spurts going into the stretch. But yeah, Mad Courage, I can't drop any more wins, so we had to tighten that up. But we have some GWS coming for Mad Courage in the sprint. Diamond Cup for Frugal Lark, so she'll be running in the turf. And Paracosm is still going to go at it for the dirt. So that's kind of where we're looking at right now. We've done breeding. We were successful with... Not going to lie to you guys, I can't quite remember. Oh, Social Brandy and East of Pool. Duh. How could I actually forget? Social Brandy, our first S-Eval horse in the barn, which is nice. Strong guy. East of Pool. So they'll give us a foal next year, and then hopefully the year after that, I'm going to do Honeybee and Social Brandy. I think Jaden suggested that, and I was already thinking it, so I figure it's a perfect time and opportunity to get that done as well. Next, just check on the foal before we get into today's race, if I could speak correctly. And Legends Art, 4 stars across the board, which is fantastic. From Monsters Legend, out of Perfect Art. So I think this is going to be our second Perfect Art foal. Yeah, she only gave birth to Perfection. I don't recall if she gave birth to anybody else. I don't think so. So I'm excited to get another Perfect Art foal. And you can see, this is going to be a true 3rd generation horse on both sides. His father's side, he's got Big Monster and Vivid Legend. They gave birth to Monsters Legend, who is the father of our foal here. And then on the mother's side, we had a perfect partner in Crimson Art. They gave birth to Perfect Art, who is the mother of Legends Art. So he's got really good pedigree. I mean, he's got Vivid Legend and Crimson Art as grandfathers, and he's got Perfect Partner and Big Monster as grandmothers. So I think Legends Art should be really strong, really strong, and I'm really excited for what he's gonna do. Perfect Art. Yeah, I don't think she has any other offspring back here, because Dear Vivid Dream is from Dear Puffy, so at least we still have her around. And then Monsters Legend, of course, comes from Vivid Legend and Big Monster. So, yeah, no Perfect Art foals around. Dear Puffy from Catch This Gal. Okay, so there's 2 horses from Dear Puffy. Catch This Gal and Dear Vivid Dream. And their stats are pretty similar. All Bs like Dear Puffy was. So, future is looking up. We just have to keep grinding. Continue to win. And here we are for 3-year-old, or first half classification, starting off with the 3-year-old category. Primal Justice is at 134. Frugal Lark's 129 for the mile. Mad Courage is 128 for the 3-year-olds. And as far as the dirt, Paracosm's actually 129. I'm impressed. So I think we're looking a lot better than what we were, obviously, at the beginning of the year. Now we are going to need space next year, and the thing is, like, am I going to retire any of these horses? Probably not. I don't want to miss another year of breeding. I'm still hopeful that Paracosm... Okay, Speed finally hit 70. We fast forward a couple of weeks. Actually, Speed and Guts both hit 70. So I wasn't far off. I think most of the stats that are in the 60s right now will hit 70. The only ones that I'm a little bit wary about is the braking ability, temper ability, and stamina. I don't know if those will hit 70, but if we continue to train them like we have been, I think it's a good possibility. And, you know, I just wonder if he's going to run into... You guys remember Art of Crimson, our horse from years ago. He was a similar horse with slightly above average stats. I mean, just crossing the threshold. And with his leg type and everything, it didn't really work. So I'm hopeful that Paracosm won't run into that same issue where even if his stats are getting better, I don't want him to still struggle to win races. 21 meets, he's only got 6 wins. He has 2 grade 1s, so it's been a very interesting time. And in all honesty, he's probably on the same trajectory as his half-sisters, Honeybee and Perfect Art, were at the same time. I just don't want to miss out on that window if I don't have to. And I'm going to keep the training as I've been doing it with him. Stamina, speed, speed, speed. Stamina, speed, speed, speed. He needs more speed. I mean, if he had 80 speed, he would have double the wins and probably double the grade 1s, at least. So instead of 6 wins, somewhere close to 12 wins, and instead of 2 grade 1s, at least 4 by this point. In fact, I'm just going to stick him... Yeah, I'm just going to have him actually kind of go speed training for the rest of this year heading into next year. Because I think that's really all he's missing. His stamina's average, so we can definitely work with that. Alright. So we finally get into some racing. Here we go. Hopefully you all are having a good day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And whatever you're going through, hopefully this video helps to make it a little bit better. Because trust me when I say we are all going through something in our lives. Every single one of us, whether it's good or bad, we're all going through our own journeys, our own ups and downs, wherever we are in the world. And I just think it's important just to remind people, as I sometimes have to remind myself, we're not alone. It's very easy to feel alone. But as far as just knowing that, you know, if anybody's going through something, there's somebody else also going through something. You know, we're making it work. Okay. With all that aside, though, it is time to get into the Summer Sprint Cup here. This is GWS this is the GWS Sprint race. That'd be a lot easier to say. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and do that. Mad Courage is the favorite, as he should be. Still got Provident Time, Micro Victory, Crimson Line. I mean, some of these horses I'm not really... The only horses I'm concerned about is Naive Death, the #1 horse at the top, and Provident Time, the 10 horse. I'm only worried about those two. Provident Time I've struggled with. Off and on, you know, it depends on who I'm racing with, but if I'm on the right horse, we can beat Provident Time. This is Mad Courage's race to win. There's going to be 2 other horses challenging us for the lead, the 5-horse Silly Love and the 12-horse Micro Victory. Micro Victory does have a chance to win, so we're going to have to roll with that horse regardless of the pace. And Silly Love, 8-1, also decent shot. So, yeah, we're just going to have to make sure that we set the pace at the front and don't allow ourselves to be caught out of position, because I think as long as we can keep Mad Courage where he needs to be, it's our race to win. And again, I got to remind myself to start a little bit later, because I don't remember exactly how those last 2 races went. It's been about a week since I played. Yeah, I don't remember if I got started too late or if I think he tired out. I think both times it was a stamina related thing, more often than not. Social Brandy's still with the record here. Oh, wow. I almost forgot. This guy has terrible temper. Alright, so get to the front, please, Mr. Courage. There we go. Alright. Now just settle in nicely here. Come on. Keep ahead in front. I'm trying to keep him in the right feel is very tricky, but now he's good. We have plenty of stamina. I still think I can kind of hold him off.
Furlongs to go.
Okay. Oh, look at the pull away from Mad Courage. Yeah, look at that pull away, man. Unbelievable. And it was exactly what I said. I really have to start him late. And look who was charging up on us, Provident Time. Almost got there in time, but didn't. Unfortunately, Mad Courage is so fast, you can just give him a little bit of a tap there. He knows to send it, but as you can see, his stamina drops quick. It's almost like you really got to wait till 1.5 furlongs or less to get him going. In which it makes sense with him being a front runner. Fortunately, you can, I think, allow that to happen. It's just, that's not always the type of horse race you want to get yourself into. But if you have to do it, you got to do it, especially against a competitive field. Like, imagine if I would have started any earlier, we would have lost that race to Provident Time and maybe Silly Love as well. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of horses up there at the line. The top 8 were all pretty close, not separated by more than, 5 or 6 lengths? That's pretty close, so that easily could have been a bad race if I would have gotten him started any sooner on the spurt. And they'll give us an S for the stretch, so tells me I hopefully did things about as right as I could, close to it. But yeah, I just had to remind myself, I got to start that guy late. I'm going to say 1.5. Because he's got so much speed. Like, it's not going to take him long to get back caught up, you know? Once he goes ahead and does that. That was on the turf as well. So that's his 2nd Grade 1 win, I think, for Mad Courage. On the turf. And most importantly, that gets him started off with the bang for the GWS. Sprint category. Paracosm, he's up in the Long Beach Cup. He is giving better favoritism, which tells me that the game is saying, okay, your horse is getting better, getting stronger, and that's what I want to see. So we're not the favorite, but we are expected to finish 3rd. Clear Assets here, Pale Dream, Empty Treaty, Happy Place. I mean, it's a competitive Long Beach Cup. Only 10 horses, but all legend at the top. I mean, this race is kind of wide open for 6 of us, so just get Paracosm established comfortably. And if we can do that, he has a chance to win. So I'm glad to see that he's getting a little bit fast. That's all he needs. I'm going to keep saying it. All he needs is just a little bit more speed. And I think we'd be good enough to win most races on the dirt.
It's a beautiful day.
Of course, if I'm running him how I'm supposed to. It's a working relationship.
The horses are on the track.
I know he's going to be limited. Like, I think at the highest, his speed will hit 80. At the highest. I'd be shocked if it actually cleared 80 or more. Because if it did, oh my goodness, we'd be fine at the tail end of his career. Royal Robin with the record here. Wow. Tells you how long it's been since we've actually won this race and done it. Because Royal Robin's been retired for the longest. So it's not the greatest of starts here in the Long Beach Cup, but we'll make do with it. Fortunately, though, he gets up to the front pretty quickly. He's got a wide field range, so he can pretty much settle in kind of wherever. And this is good for Paracosm. And I've just focused on our race today. We're the third favorite, so we have just as much of a chance of winning as the other horses in this field. So we just need to focus on running our race and trying to win. I'm not going to worry about trying to compete with just one or two horses in the field. You know, sometimes, I guess depending on your goals in this game, you know, you're looking out for one or two horses because either they're really good or you have to obviously beat them in the point standings, whatever the case is. This is one of those races where I just need to focus on just running our race because it's several horses that could win this, so trying to focus on just one or two is kind of pointless. I'll focus on one or two when I feel like they have a really strong chance of beating us and we need to make sure, but I feel like Paracosm has a fair chance. Now, it's been very tough here at the front. My goodness, it's been very tough. Is that it looked like my horse next to me. It looked like my old Silks. I don't know who. Okay, don't block me, bro. It's not cool. Okay, so we got some space here with Paracosm. Down the stretch, we come in the Long Beach Cup. We got a good run. Oh, look at Paracosm. Look at our boy pulling through. Yes! Look at him go! Look at him go! Paracosm digging in. Digging in. The 5 is going to try to catch us at the end. Oh, that was so close. Who was that? Oh, so close. Did the 5 actually get us? Ah, Paracosm, he fights so hard. He really does. Oh, the 5 got us, huh? Maybe? What? No. They're going to give it to us. They're actually going to give us. That was almost a dead heat. Holy cow. Well, I told you, that race was wide open. That was really our race to win. The 5 was just on an absolute tear. There wasn't much I could do about it, but Paracosm gets his 3rd Grade 1 win. And safe to say, I think he's finally coming into shape here with his performance. Pale Dream. Wow. Yeah, Pale Dream is a good horse, man. A good horse, at least for this level of the dirt horses. But, gosh, Pale Dream was on a tear when you think about it. That horse was really coming, and Paracosm, what a win. Double S on the stretch. We just grinded that one out. That's his 3rd win, so our boy is starting to come through and show up for us in big moments, and that's exactly what we need. Gosh, what a win, man. That's as close as it's going to get on the line and the wire. Long Beach Cup, I thought that was a GWS race. It's not, but it's still a dirt win, and it's a big dirt win. That's a tough race to run. If you don't have a good dirt horse, you're not winning that. So Paracosm winning that, I mean, I think that shows he's getting to that point of where I want him to be. And then Mad Courage winning the summer sprint easily. So Mad Courage, we're only going to have to really compete with Provident Time and Silly Love. We're better than those two. So I'm not really worried. We haven't started the turf series yet. And Paracosm's only got 2 points on the dirt. I'll continue to try to get the dirt with him. I think it's still wide open, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, let's go. 2 wins back to back. So Paracosm getting the job done for us, and gotta love it. It's really amazing. These horses from Crimson Art, they all have the same type of story, don't they? Where the first couple of years, obviously, we're just trying to figure them out, and they're still growing, especially with the late growth type. So we know it's going to be a long-term project with them. But it's like as soon as they finally start to hit their stride, man, it's really nice. It was the same way for Honeybee and Perfect Art. It's pretty much on the same trajectory here, so I'm not sure exactly how well he'll do in comparison to his half-siblings, but sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. And let's just see, you know. As far as retiring him for breeding, I haven't really made my mind up for that, because retiring him would kind of be like putting another Dear Vivid Dream back there. And he does have counterclockwise, not good. But he does have 2 good abilities in Closer and Close Race Okay. Closer we never really tap into since we usually run, you know, near the front all the time. And Close Race Okay has helped us, so we'll have to wait and see. one step at a time. Well, let's try to get this guy a title and some more G1 wins before I start thinking about whether or not I'll actually use him for breeding. And Mr. Courage is still doing courageous, fast sprinting things. I'd like to save him for the next GWS Sprint, which don't think that's going to be for a while. Paris Mile does count. We can get him in a couple races before then. So I think I'm going to run him in the Super Sprint. After that, we'll put him in that Paris Mile. Get him back in the GWS. Alright, so Frugal Lark, she's up this month. And let's see how this goes. Miss Lark, how are you doing today? Who's in this field? Anybody I need to worry about? Not really. Maybe Eager Saint? It's a competitive field, don't get me wrong, but I mean, they're not even giving us favoritism. Eager Saint's the favorite, and like I said, that first horse that stood out to me, if I'm going to worry about anybody. Gosh, it's really a wide open race. There's only 3 horses that don't really have a shot. And that's out of 12, so 3 out of 12 horses without a shot means 9 horses can realistically all win this race with a fair chance. Man, it's tough goings here this year, but we're out for the challenge, obviously. I have faith in my horses, and fortunately, actually, Frugal's not carrying that much weight compared to the rest of the field. I mean, Country Crop, she's a filly that's carrying an extra 12 pounds. She's the 3 horse. Eager Saint, she's the favorite. She's not carrying any weight, so I think it's going to be us and Eager Saint. I think the rest of the field is carrying more weight than I expected, so that hopefully will play out into our favor. Frugal, we just got to go get the win, my girl. That's it. We just got to go get the win.
It's a beautiful day.
I didn't get a chance to jump in on that. It's a beautiful day for racing. I didn't get a chance to jump in on it, but it's fine. Oh, eats all dust, eats all dust. The great Frugal Lark is up. And, expecting good things, as always. Diamond Cup territory, 12 furlongs. We got a long way to go.
And they're off.
Bad start for Frugal. But we're not going to let that bother us, because here's what I can do. I'm just going to shadow this horse so Frugal can stay where he's at. Are you going to move in, bro? No, you're just going to stay. You're just going to stay out here, huh? That's really obnoxious, but it's fine. It's actually okay. We are settling in quite nicely, and she's not using that much stamina. She's in a good field range. I like where we're at here with Frugal Lark. Kind of worked out for us. This is our race to win. I mean, I still think she's one of the best horses in this field when you run her correctly. So this is our race to win, man. And most importantly, gets her on board for the GWS turf. I mean, seriously, winning this and the Sprinters title with Mad Courage takes a lot of... What are you looking at? Oh, what's my jockey looking at? But winning the GWS with both of those horses makes life a lot easier heading into next season. Of course, Paracosm, I'd like for him to win the dirt, but he may not be able to do that until next year. So we still have time with Paracosm. That's a good thing. You know, like, that late growth type, you technically have until your horse is almost 7 years old to win whatever you need to win with them. You know. Okay, I'm going to keep Frugal chill here. Okay, let's go. Alright, this is a good run from Frugal. Run him down. There we go. Gret. Gotta love it. Frugal, she's fighting hard. This is what she does. The 4 is keeping up with us on the inside. Oh, what a horse race, man. What a horse race. Looks like the 4 is going to take off on us. And Frugal, I think, has done the best she could. And didn't realize the race was almost over because I was still in the zone. We're still going to finish second. Ah, man. I don't know if there's anything I could have done differently. Ardent Ruby. Wow. That horse wasn't even the favorite, and like that horse was taking off on us. I just think that horse is clearly the better one, because we kept Brave Expert and Eager Saint behind. We probably could have kept them behind for another half of a furlong, But Ardent Ruby, that horse was gone, and there was really no answer for him. We almost ran a perfect race outside of the start, so it's fine. Like I said, I'm realistic in this game. I think sometimes like people get so used to winning in Gallop Racer that when they drop a race, it's just like the world is ending, and it's just like that's the downside of winning all the time and not being humbled every blue moon by the game. Like you develop that expectation of winning all the time. And then the second you don't win, you kind of have a meltdown. See, I don't have meltdowns when we don't win races because sometimes the AI are just, they run a better race than you, or they're on a better horse. Now, looking at the GWS Turf standings here, I mean, we have plenty of time to get Frugal Lark up to the front, but as you can, it's tough. There's actually a lot of solid horses that we're competing against this year. So Frugal Lark's got her work cut out for her. Ardent Ruby, I know that horse is pretty decent, but I wasn't expecting that type of performance. So, like I said, we certainly have our work cut out for us, but I have faith in Frugal. And we just need consistency. We don't have to win every race. As long as we're finishing in the top 2 or top 3, we'll be there by the end to have a say in winning that championship and that title. So, I'm not really worried. It's one race. Runner again in the Platinum. Another GWS Turf race. Maybe our competition won't be there. We have a chance for some free points, hopefully. All right, let's just keep the machine rolling. Okay. It's just that time. It's not even 2 a.m. yet. Mad Courage up in the Super Sprint should be the favorite. Still competitive field. I mean, Micro Victory's back, Naive Death, Crimson Line back, Scotch Crystal. Of course, again, I'm not worried about any of these horses, but, still. Just got to make sure we're aware of who we're racing, because sometimes that is a big deal in how you run your horse and just what to look out for. If you know you're running a race against a closer, you want to make sure you're keeping an eye on that closer, because if you get started too late on your spurt, and that closer reels you in, there's really nothing you can do. That's what's dangerous about a true closer. Like, it's just last to first type of speed, and you just kind of have no say in it. That horse can run freely unblocked. So, I keep forgetting his temper. It fluctuates depending on the race. I never really paid attention to that till now. Like, 1 minute it's like the full bar of the needle, and the next it's just in between, like the good start. I don't get it. Mad Courage, we still got to get to the front, bro. I know. Just got to make sure we get you up here. This is where you're supposed to be. He is a little bit tricky, I'm not going to lie. Certain races, depending, especially these sprints, because we have to get him to the front so quickly, and we don't get good starts ever, so that works against us. Yeah, I'm going to be patient.
2 furlongs to go.
Alright, let's go. Now, can this work, or is he not fast enough to make this happen? Oh, he's grinding really nice here. Oh, come on, Mad Courage, get up there, bro. Wow, I can't start that late. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. I really can't... What? Like, he... Do I not... Is it the whipping that's draining his stamina? Because I have to manage his stamina with him having such... Oh, man, that's... It's like that's the third race I've had with Mad Courage. I'm wasting the horse. I really am. Like, we're winning, and then I'm wasting the horse. I mean, they essentially gave him, like, perfect stats on speed, staying, braking, and response. And then field, temper, of course, are bad. Stamina's okay, but... Oh, my gosh. Thank goodness this isn't in 2004. They would have taken him away from me. That's a waste of a race, bro. That's a waste of a race. No GW... Was that even... No, that wasn't a GWS race. Okay. Thankfully, it wasn't a GWS. So, I luck out there. Paris Mile, this is a GWS. This will count. I thought I could start him at 1.5. Apparently, starting him too late is still too late. So, it's... Maybe I just have to lay off the whip. I just feel like every time I get him going at the normal threshold, his stamina's gone instantly. And I know it's because he's so fast, and that's the downside of a horse that fast with not speed to match it, or stamina to match it, excuse me. If he had like mid-70 stamina, I wouldn't be blowing these races, but it's because he only has 62 stamina with like over 100 speed. Like, obviously he's going to get tired quickly, so it is quite tricky. Frugal Lark, she's back up in the Platinum S. We need a win here, and we're not running against many of our rivals, at least in the GWS. Evil Court, not Secret World, but Stable Value, Far Morning. I mean, it's again another tough field. Chili Verse, and we're the second favorite behind Fairy Dancer. But I mean, we're in the sandwich. This race, another race that can go to anybody. I hate that I have dropped 3 easy races with Mad Courage, man. I really do. But I gotta be honest with you guys, he's a little bit tricky in this game. I don't know how he plays in 2004, but in this game he is a tad bit tricky, just because of his abundance of speed, and then he doesn't quite have the stamina that matches it exactly. My bad. So again, yeah, it's a bit weird trying to kind of figure out when to start him properly, depending on the race, how it's going. And like I said, I realize I probably, because he has a 95 response rating, I probably just don't even need to whip him. I'm sure that's tiring. That's always going to tire the horse out more. Maybe I give him 1 whip to get him going, but I don't even know. Like, I still got to figure it out with him. So, you know, those are races I want to redo, obviously, but I'm not redoing all the progress we've made, which has been good progress in today's episode. I just really botched those races, and I gotta live with that, you know. I haven't had a horse like Mad Courage in this game ever, so just adjusting to that speed and stamina difference is key. Now, I don't know what we're going to be able to do with Frugal here, because she's got actually a good run here. Really good run, and she's going to poke right through. Oh, come on, Frugal. She's got plenty to go. Let's go. Turn on the afterburners. And this is going to be a good, clean, decisive win here for Frugal. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's going to put her in a good standing for the GWS turf. Let's go, my girl. And that's 5th grade 1 for Frugal Lark. That's a big win. Big time win. Frugal Lark doing Frugal Lark things. Shocker. But yeah, we needed that win desperately. I needed to redeem myself. I still need to redeem myself with Mad Courage, but at least winning that race lets me know I haven't lost my touch in the game. I just totally did not plan that stretch burst with Mad Courage right. But Frugal Lark wins. She sets the record for the Platinum S. Was that by merit? I didn't even check to see who had the previous record. We've won this race before. She really just set that record by merit. That's insane. Let's go, my girl. 10 furlong winner there for Frugal. And I don't know if that'll put her at the top of the GWS turf. It should have her within 3rd place at least. And that's all we need. She was, what, 6 to 8 points away from the top? Let's see where that puts her now. And she's clear ahead by 4 points in 1st place. Fantastic. And now we control our destiny with both Mad Courage and Frugal Lark. We'll see what we can do with Paracosm. But these two control their destinies for the GWS, so we just gotta stay focused with them, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing correctly, and should be a GWS win for the both of them. So with Frugal, let's see. Next GWS race probably isn't until October. Yeah. World Turf Cup, she's going to have to run that. The England King as well. Well, we'll skip the England King. That's too much back-to-back. Paris Cup. I think we'll go ahead and run that, because there's nothing else for her to run that's GWS-wise. I want to stack as many points with her as possible, just in case it gets a little tough down the line. So we're going to run her in that Paris Cup, and then after that we'll bring her back for the World Turf Cup at 12 furlongs. As long as she gets good finishes in both of those, she should still have a healthy lead. Primal Justice. He's going to be up in the Super Mile Cup. We haven't ran with him today yet, but we will now. We will now. Do. Probably at times here, Shuggy Oogie. Oh my goodness, Fresh Devil. Yep, we're not even supposed to finish in the top 5. We just gotta run our race, man. This is in the GWS Sprint. I don't remember putting him in this category, but it's fine. We'll see how he does. He's still growing. I mean, if he hits 90 speed, he could end up being more of a threat than I realized for this. Yeah, game's giving him no favoritism today, so let's see what we can do.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
Primal Justice, my boy.
The horses.
I mean, I want to win him a title. He's only 3 years old, though. If he continues to grow like this, he should be in a really good spot next year if I feel like it's just not going to be doable. Because obviously Mad Courage is the priority. And catch this gal with the record here. What do you know? Again, so long ago. Retired her ages ago, it seems like. Anyways, we're off in the Super Mile Cup, and it's a okay start for Primal Justice. I mean, we just need to make sure we're not in last place, so he can settle in anywhere really between there and last place. We know what these horses are going to do. They're going to... It's interesting that they do this. I know what happens in real horse racing, but like these type of tracks in Gallop Race 2004, they just stay in their lanes. They don't move in at all. I'm quite surprised they actually made that a thing in this game, where they will move inside. Bad position, relax, bro. Relax, we're fine. Probably not going to give me a good position rating, and that's okay.
This is where the race is won.
Just trying to keep him ahead, but just always a drop-off. It's like he'll be fine with the speed I want him to go, then he drops off, then he's not. Just... Okay, Mr. Primal. Let's get you rolling here, bud. And let's see if he can close in, which I probably got started too late. I already feel it, because, yeah, we're not making any dent on these horses, and in fact, he's kind of going backwards. I think we're going to catch a couple, but not a good showing here today for Primal Justice. And that's my fault. Yep, that wasn't a good race. Couldn't get him in the right rhythm. The field was constantly going up and down, so I just want to forget about that race. Just want to forget about it. It's wasted opportunity for sure. We could have taken some points off the board of Matt Courage's rivals. It's only been 2 races in this episode that I've messed up, and it's just like they've been really bad. I mean, not to say we were going to win that race, but I mean, we could have tried to create a barrier. Yep, it's just one of those things, you know. I just gotta be a little bit more dialed in. Because certainly with his stats, I mean, he can be competitive in that type of race, and I just completely dropped the ball. Like, Eric, we have to do better now. I will run him in the Sprinters Cup, because who else is going to run in that? I'm not going to... Disregarding him from the GWS, I should just stack wins and try to get titles with him, as of now. Alright, who's up next? Matt Courage. The favorite? No, co-favorite with running level. Sharp Liquor, probably. I mean, we are really in the trenches here with the horses that we're facing for this sprint category. There's going to be no easy races, I think, for the rest of the year. We're always going to have at least 2 horses to worry about. So, I know what I need to do. Let's get this done properly.
It's a beautiful day for racing. The horses are on the track.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. Because it's such a fine window to get him going. If you miss it, the race is ruined for him. You see, now his thing is going like this, and they're just going to give us the bad start. Golly. Yeah, I see why they gave Mad Courage such great stats. He is quite a bit to deal with at times if you're not completely dialed in. And again, I've never worked with him before, so I know nothing about him. Outside of the fact that he's a really good horse, but as far as like running with him, no, I know nothing.
Hey, what are you doing?
Relax. How did you get in front of me? Weren't you just behind me? God, the AI actually move their horses in this game. Sometimes, and then they block you the other times.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Stay in front, please. But don't burn yourself out. His feel is really tricky. If he's not feeling it sometimes, it is kind of tough to deal with. Now let me see what happens if I don't get him on the whip. And you see he's not going anywhere. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't... Oh, gosh. And I haven't saved, so I'm not redoing any of this. Jesus, man. This horse is really, hit or miss. If you don't nail it right, you're gonna... And I'm lost, I admit. I'm lost with Mad Courage. I don't know how to balance out his abundance of speed with the fact that his stamina drops so... What am I supposed to do in those type of races? Is it his power rating that's also making him... Paracosm's up in the Fur S. We have a chance to win. Sedate Rulers here, less serious. I mean, gosh, we're really running against some tough horses this year. Which I'm all for. It's just it's frustrating to have those type of races where I just don't even know, because it's I can't find that perfect window every time with Mad Courage. I can't.
The horses.
And it's getting tougher now for whatever reason, and he's not doing good on the European courses. He's really struggling, and I've noticed that for sure. Most of the races I've dropped with him, they've all been on the European courses. And I think he does have a bad power. I think his power rating's pretty bad. I don't think he has a good one, but either way, it's just I don't know when I'm supposed to be timing his spurt, because each race is different. I can't start it at the same time because we're running against different horses. The pace is different. It's such a waste. That's 3 or 4 races I've dropped with Mad Courage. He should be undefeated. It's extremely frustrating to deal with, and I just can't figure out the exact window to get him in, man. It's just it's very finicky. It's very, very finicky with him. He's a front runner, so I have to keep him in front, but then he uses a lot of stamina by doing that. If we're running against a horse that's going to battle with us for the front, that's the downside of it. It really does kind of restrict you. Come on, Paracosm, let's make this happen, bro. We need a win here today, or at least a good result. He's fighting hard. Paracosm is fighting hard. Now we're in a clear 4th right now, I think. He's going to get close race okay. That's a great ability to have, and we're going to finish 4th. It's as good as we can do. Paracosm's not Sedate Ruler. Not yet, if he's ever going to get there, but we finished where we're supposed to. Vast Delight ends up beating us, and yeah, it's a good result for Paracosm. As best as he could be against some of the better dirt horses. I'm really bummed out about Mad Courage, because I just feel like that's going to be, unless I can really figure it out, I just feel like that's going to be his... Oh, gosh. Sharp Liquor, I almost just want to use him for breeding at this point, because I just feel like I'm going to continue to mess things up with him. And when I say that, I mean, obviously I'm going to continue to race with him. His stats are still high, but 48 power rating, yeah, he does struggle. He struggles on those courses. Not all the time, but if he has to run uphill or anything, it hurts. And again, if he had mid-70s stamina, that would make a huge difference. But he's one of those horses they overloaded with speed, and then gave you a bad power rating and not a good stamina rating to kind of balance out his abundance of speed. So I see the catch with him. I understand why they gave him those stats, and also why, you know, if you don't get dialed in with him, you're going to struggle. Pair of sprints. Let's try again. And then, of course, getting that bad start did really ruin our race, because I had to work so hard to get up to the front. Then once, you know, like, he can't run that hard that often and that long. Like, we have to get him up to the front and get him settled quickly. So, yeah, Mad Courage is a bag of tricks, man. You have to really have the perfect storm in this game. Again, I don't know how he is in 2004, so I can't speak for that. But in this game, he is very tricky to work with. He's an amazing horse. Like, he's absolutely amazing when everything clicks, but it's frustrating when you have to get him in such a window, and if you don't, the race is over. There's no point in even running. That's what that frustrates me on any horse and Gallop racer, when, like, you have to run them a very specific way for them to win, and if you don't do that, then they're not even going to finish in the top 5. Like, that's really frustrating. Primal Justice is up in the Sprinters Cup. No GWS here, just trying to get our boys some grade 1 wins. And look at every race I've been in, it's been a competitive field. Like, man, the game is really, really testing me today, and it's fine. Like I said, we've done well, except for those races we've dropped. I would say everybody else has done well. Mad Courage has struggled in this episode more than achieved success. So it's going to bother me until I can start to rack up more wins with him. But it's just like, what do I do with that guy? I almost feel like I'm better off running him in the GWS dirt, because we're not going to have to worry about half of those things that we worry about on these turf courses. But it's like I feel like it's too late. You know what? How about this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with Mad Courage right now. I have no idea. What are we doing, Primal? Come on, bro. Not today. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Mad Courage, man. Like, it would have made more sense to actually put him in the dirt, because, like, the dirt GWS, because he seems better suited for that with his stats. Not saying he can't win on turf, but you see what's happening. He's struggling. Gosh, I hate... Come on, Primal. We're not going to get there in time. There's no way. No way. I had to deal with traffic. 4th place. It's been rough. It's been so rough, man. So rough the last 3 races, it seems. Where are we supposed to finish? 2nd? Gosh. Oh, man. The episode started off hot, and it's been a little bit of a downhill slope. Paracosm's up in the Music S, and I mean, every race I am in, we are against really tough fields. This is unusual. You know what I mean? To, like, have every single race we've been in, essentially, for the last 20 minutes in real time, every race has been stacked with really tough horses. Now, granted, Mad Courage, I should be winning races with him. Frugal Lark depends on who she's running against. Primal Justice and Paracosm, they're still only B-ranked horses, so it's fine that they are, you know, not winning, I should say. But Frugal should be winning most of the times, and Mad Courage should be undefeated, so it's a weird mixed bag of emotions right now. Because we've done well for the most part, but the Mad Courage races I've dropped completely. That race we really could have won with Primal Justice, but again, like, just... You know, he wants to run towards the back. I don't have any choice but to keep him where he's at, especially with where we started in the race. If I try to run him outside, it just... At that point in the race, it was never going to work. I had to keep him inside. It's racing, really. I just feel like we're, you know, some of it is obviously driver error, which is my fault, and then the other parts of it is just, it's been really hard, tough racing, which I'm all for. You guys know that. I'm all for the challenge in this game, but it's just like, wow. I just kind of wanted to chill out tonight. They're like throwing me to the wolves right now. I'm like, oh my gosh. Can we have a chill race, man? Where things go according to plan, you know, and there's just not too many hiccups, and I just have to worry about winning the race. I just feel like we haven't even been in a position to win the last couple. Gosh, and then they're gonna run so stacked and weird like this. Like,
5 furlongs to go.
this works in real life horse racing. In the game, because you have to you need a lane and a gap to clear. It's not very conducive.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
I mean, Paracosm's not Sedate Ruler or a couple of these horses, so he's got his work cut out for him. I mean, look, he's almost running at full speed. I'm trying my hardest with dude, but somebody's got to move.
2 furlongs to go.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Paracosm, dig in. He just needs more speed, man. I swear that's all he needs. He's fighting really well right now, though. Furlong left to go. Our boy is doing it. Ah, Sedate Ruler still on the outside. Come on, Paracosm. There's close race. Okay, he might win. Oh my gosh. He win. Paracosm gets it done. He beats Sedate Ruler. WTF. You see, I would much rather play the game like this. It's a grind, and I know my horse is not the best, but gosh darn it, we will work to get there. Like I said, I wasn't expecting a win. I haven't really been expecting wins. I want them, obviously, but I know the horse is still developing. We still have to be patient, but I mean, holy cow. Our boy just beat a heck of a field, including Sedate Ruler. Paracosm is really coming into form. That's going to be his 4th grade 1. He gets it done on the dirt, which he's a dirt horse, obviously. That's a given, but we're supposed to finish 5th. We beat Sedate Ruler by half a length, and Far Sirius and Vast Delight. That's a huge answer from Paracosm. We lost to all of these horses previously. He bounces back and beats all of them. That's a heck of an effort, man. And that means he's alive for the GWS Dirt. That's awesome. Our boy is alive for the GWS Dirt. Oh, wow. That's good. Needed that. Definitely needed that for a morale booster and everything. Because Mad Courage has got me feeling stressed over here, I'm not going to lie. Because as you can see, I can win a race with the right horses in the right conditions. And obviously, you know, I think everybody has to really understand their playing style in this game. Some people can just win with, I guess, any horse, and good for you, or good for them. You know, that's fine. But certain horses I don't work with. Oh, gosh. Wow. GWS Sprint is over. Sharp Liquor is destroying us. We'd have to win the rest of our races non-stop to even have a chance. And that means defying Sharp Liquor. Paracosm, he's in 2nd place behind Vast Delight. He's up for the GWS Dirt, man. Gosh, what do I do with Mad Courage? I thought the sprint would make sense, but it doesn't really. I mean, he has one more race in the sprint. If we can't win it, I'm dropping him out, and I'm not going to run him in Europe anymore. I can't. I just feel like he's as good as he is. It is too much of a headache to try to balance out the perfect race because of his power and his stamina rating. If those stats are a lot better, we're not struggling as much. I know we're not. But those ratings not being good on top of his feel, like it doesn't make sense, man. Like I said, if I'm going to get him a title, get him into the Hall of Fame, I'm better off running him in the dirt. Because, like, the Turf Series is not even safe. Because, again, a lot of those courses, international, overseas, European courses that require a lot of power, and he does not. He has 48 power. That's not good in this game. So, like, he is going to struggle on those type of tracks. Like I said, I know he can win, but I know he can win at that level. But I would rather not stress myself out trying to do that with him, because then I'm just dropping races that we really shouldn't be dropping. Now, Primal Justice, you're on balance and speed, which I might have you go speed heavy for the rest of the year as well, at least until December. So yeah, Mad Courage, we're going to give him one more shot. If he can't win that race, he's going to be out of the... He's already almost out of the GWS sprint fight anyways, which is really disappointing. Because again, we've just dropped so many races with him, man. I just... Disappointed in myself. Just wish the stats were a little bit better for the power rating. A much better power rating. We can work with 62 stam. 48 power rating is not going to get the job done. I mean, last two... We have been the favorite for however many races we've ran. We've dropped the last two. Finished 10th out of 10th in the Paris Mile. 5th out of 10... out of 12th, excuse me, in the Super Sprint. Like, those are bad races, man. Those are really bad races. Primal Justice. I guess I'm just going to stack grade 1 wins with you at this point. World Mile? I am going to put him in that race because I don't feel... Well, Chicago, that's a better track. Actually, that's a better track for what's-his-face. Mad Courage. But you know what? In all honesty, here's what I'm going to do. Primal Justice I'm going to run in this race. I know he's not going to really be competing for the turf, or excuse me, for the sprint series, but if he can win this race, that'd be really good for him. And I think I'm just going to put Mad Courage in one of these open dirt races. I don't really have any desire to run him in any more GWS sprints after his next one. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood, and I don't want it to ruin the episode or to ruin my night. You know. And I'm not going to redo saves to redo races. Like, we're not doing that. We don't do that, really. It's very, very rare exceptions when we do that. Rare times. I just need to run the horse in a race that I know I can win with him, or at least have a chance. You know. Anyways, Paris Sprint. This is it. I mean, if we can't win this, no more GWS sprint races for him. I'm probably just going to switch him to dirt. Because at least I don't have to worry as much about the power rating. I know you still need a decent one, but you can get away with a mediocre power rating on dirt. You can't get away with it on turf, on the special grade 1 scene. You know, on those international tracks. You need a horse with a really strong, solid power rating. It's got to be closer to 70 at the minimum. If it's below 50 or 60, I mean, it's tough. And again, I don't know how he plays in 2004, so I'm not sure if it's just the difference in just the games and how they've kind of, made him here in this game. He's not a horse I remember a lot of people talking about in this game, so maybe they actually buffed him in 2004. I don't know. But regardless, I just don't want to lose races we should be losing. It's one thing if it's a tough race and it's like a photo finish, like that's entirely different. We're there. Even if we don't win it, we're still there. Like the races I've lost with them, we weren't even close. Okay. There's nothing. Oh my goodness. Mad Courage is really... I mean, Mad Courage makes sense. When the horse is on, he's on. And when he's not, he's really a handful, man. You guys know how I feel about horses that are handfuls. Like, I can't get him to the front. Like, this is so ridiculous. I can't get him to the front without running him. Like, look at it. What do they want me to do?
2 furlongs to go.
Okay, let's see. One whip. Look how fast his stamina goes. Oh my goodness. There's no way. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to manage his stamina properly, and I think me getting a bad start is really ruining our race because we're... Gosh, yeah, I'm just not dialed in with the horse. I'm not good with the horse on for whatever it's falling apart. I'm completely out of rhythm with the horse and I can't figure it out. I was excited for Mad Courage and I still think he's going to be a great sire for us, but my gosh, he's the type of horse with those type of, like, you guys have been watching me for a while. If you've been on this channel for more than half a year, you know how I like to play the game. You know the horses I like. As great as Mad Courage is, he is the type of horse that gives me a headache. It's too conflicting, man. I need a horse. If you're going to be really fast, I need you to have good power as well so we can run you internationally if you're going to be a turf horse. If you're a dirt horse, you need speed and decent stamina. The rest will take care of itself. But Frugal Lark's up in the Paris Cup. 12 furlongs, not the favorite, whatever. Tough field. I mean, gosh, wow. It's really been a tough year. The game is really testing me. Again, I'm all for it. I'm just shocked that, like, this year, for whatever reason, they decided to give me some of the best horses so far in this game. Not all of them, obviously. Still much stronger ones. But the horses we're currently battling, they're some of the best early game horses as far as, you know, ones that you can probably acquire if they're in the shop or something. And we're running against all of them, like, at the same time. Like, usually we're just running against one or two of them, maybe three. We're running against all of them in every category. It's been a heck of a year, man. Yeah, I can't let Mad Courage throw off the vibes, man. And just... The temper is not bothering me in race. It's only getting them out of the gate. And I'm talking about, obviously, Frugal Lark here at Mad Courage. Their temper rating is not messing with us during the race. It's only getting them out of the gates, which is kind of, for better or for worse, depending on our situation, it's kind of hurting our race. It's definitely hurting Mad Courage. If we could just get a good start with him, I wouldn't be burning half of his stamina to try to get him to the front. But it's like, terrible temper, bro. There's no skill, really. It's just kind of luck. You're pressing X and you hope you get it, you know, in a decent field when you're trying to get your horse out the gate. So it's, oh man, it's been strange times. Like, we're doing well with Paracosm, Primal Justice. We've missed one or two, but Paracosm, I think, is punching above his weight class for sure. Frugal Lark, I hope she can continue to do the same. And Mad Courage is, like, bro. Like, if I retired him now, it would purely be for his stats. And the thing is, I know he can still win. I'm just disappointed that I don't think he can win at the level that I want him to win at, because I'm gonna struggle, and I don't want to stress myself out in this game struggling about one freaking horse. That's not even like my ideal horse if I could design him. He's gonna give us great speed horses, and that's the thing. I think he'll serve as a great sire for what we need him for, but outside of that, man, not really. And this is what I mean. We're against tough horses. There's nothing I could do against this field. Should I have gotten started sooner? Probably. But, I mean, my goodness. We're trying our hardest. And it's just not really an answer for Frugal. But they're probably going to give me a bad rating on that race. How am I struggling with the double S horses? We were supposed to finish 5th. D on the stretch, yeah. So apparently, like I said, I'll own up to that one. That was a bad timing. Yeah, it's. I mean, look at that, 8th and 9th for Mad Courage and Frugal Lark in the GWS. No points. Frugal somehow still ahead of the turf. She is really fortunate. And Mad Courage, oh my goodness, like, you're killing my vibe, bro. I can't do it. I can't. Like, when you think about it, if you take away his speed and if you take away the stats that are in the 90s, he's not actually that great of a horse outside of, you know, I should reword that. You can leave the abilities there, whatever. But if you drop the speed and the other categories down to an 80, he's an average horse that kind of is hit or miss depending on your running style and your playing style, of course. Like I said, I'm going to put him in the dirt. Paracosm's going to need to be in that race, so I'm going to run... Well, both of these are GWS. What is better for this guy? Well, yeah, he can't run 10 furlongs. Am I crazy? I just thought about that. How long have I been running him? 8 furlongs. He's 5 to 7. Didn't even pay attention to the fact that I ran him 8th. That definitely explains that bad race. Duh. Not to say he doesn't take it away. It doesn't take away the fact that just I didn't do well. It's just like, yeah, I shouldn't be running him 8 furlongs. That's goofy. See that Pluto Stakes race you guys see here, July 3rd at the top. We're supposed to finish first. We finished 8th. Not even on the board. Almost not on the board, I should say. 6 furlongs. So, and obviously you look at when we were having success of a non-stop winning streak. Ran him on dirt. Of course he's going to win an Open. Of course he's going to win a Grade 3. Ran him on dirt for the LA Derby. He finished 5th in the Young Mile Cup. Yeah, it's been up and down with this guy. I don't know how he won the summer sprint. Now that I'm thinking about it, because we've dropped every race since then. Like, this guy should really be undefeated. It's oh my goodness, it hurts my head, man. He should be undefeated, and he's not. Well, I gotta run Paracosm in the World Classic. He's not gonna be at 100%, but I don't think we have a choice. I mean, I could save him from the Independence, but I feel like we need points. But then again, see, this is tough because if I run him here, he's probably going to be in the gray, which means he won't be in the blue for this Independence race. And at the end of the year, there's only 2 more GWS dirt races. So I got to pick if I'm going to try to take some points away in this one and then run him green both times. I feel like we're hurting our chances. I'm going to go ahead and just save him for the Independence because we need a win. A win is 12 points. And if I could use somebody to block that other race, I would, but we can't. Oh, boy. And we have to run Frugal in the World Turf Cup, I think. Let me see. Does she have any other opportunities? Continental Cup. She'll be in the blue for that one. I don't want to miss these races here because they're big races, man. But our horses are not going to be 100%. And if we were to run her in the green as well, she's going to come out of this race not feeling good, which means the same deal with Paracosm. She would only be green by the time we get to this Continental Cup. So, you know, our horses are good, but I don't think they're that good to be able to win in the green. We were able to do that with other horses, especially in 2004. I think I just have to wait. I need to give them the time off because I want them at their best. One win could seal it away. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pause the recording here. And we'll keep rolling on. Oh dear. We are back. And Mad Courage has really like annoyed me because I know he's such a great horse. And again, I will always take accountability for when I'm not doing right, but it's just like this is, I say it all the time. There are certain horses I just don't want to work with in this game no matter how good they are because they're just a headache for me. You know, we all play this game differently and just they don't, the way I like to play this game, horses like Mad Courage, I don't want to deal with the off and on. Like, either we're going to be consistent and win and finish in the top 3 most of the time, at least, or, you know, we're just not going to be that good. Either or, something like that. Not this, we're going to win a race and then lose the next 3, win a race. I can't do that. I mean, favorite. Why am I even checking the odds? It doesn't matter. We're always going to be the favorite, but are we going to win is the question. It's muddy conditions for the World Sprint. It's the last race of this caliber that I'm running him in on the turf. Oh no, this is on the dirt. I lied. This is on the dirt. Much heavy favoritism. It really makes me think I should have been running him on the dirt. I didn't think he would have such a issue on so many of the tracks internationally for me, but like he has. So let's see what happens here. Now, if we can win this dirt race pretty easily, and the field's actually not, ironically, now that I'm done trying to put him in anything competitive, and again, we can't get a good start to save our life, there's nothing I can do about that, but I'm very curious if running on the dirt's really going to be that much easier. You know what? Screw the positioning, too. Me trying to get him to the front is burning him out too quick, and if we're not there, then we're just not there, you know?
Watch out, watch out.
Ah, my goodness. What is happening? I know it's... he's so hard to please, man. He really is. He's hard to please when he's not happy. And look how fast this... There's nothing I can do. If I slow him down anymore, he's just going to be going backwards. Now, let's see if he can actually catch these horses and make a run here on the dirt. Let's see if there's a difference. He's not making any improvements. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's the same thing every time, and like, I can't get a good start with him now. I just can't. There's nothing I can do to get that right. It's... Oh, this is killing my vibe. I cannot do this with this horse. I can't do it. I'm going to put him in one more race before the end of the year. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's a waste of mad courage, and I will accept responsibility for that. I mean, I bought the horse when I really didn't need to. I just wanted him because of the speed. I'm going to retire him after this year. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want it to mess up my... nothing. You know? Like, trying to figure out mad courage. I would rather do that on one of my own horses because it's our horse, right? A horse that we actually breed. I'm not doing that with an in-game horse. If I'm not in rhythm with the in-game horse, it is what it is. I'm just going to have to let them go. I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't want it to ruin the vibe and everything else. But Primal Justice is up in the World Mile Cup. We're going to switch gears here. We'll get back to Mad Courage whenever he pops up. I feel like I've already talked about him too much and for the last 20 minutes, and I apologize for that. It's my fault. Sorry. So we'll get off of him. I'm over Mad Courage. Officially over him. Primal Justice is going to be up. Look at the field. They really stacked the GWS this year. More than usual. Like I said, most years it's 2 or 3 horses we have to worry about tops. This year it's like every category we have 6 or more horses to worry about. That's really unusual. So that also doesn't help with everything that's... with, I should say, the bad things that have happened kind of in the episode. It's the fact that they've actually stacked the deck against us quite a bit. We will persevere. We are going to win a title at GWS. Obviously not the sprint now, but the turf and the dirt are still wide open for us. So yeah. Did the best I could. I've been doing the best I could, with the exception of a couple of races I know I didn't actually make the right decision, but... See, this is why I like my own horses. They're calm, they're mild-tempered, no attitude problems. It's a reason why I like the horses that we breed, even if they're not as good statistically. You know, we know what we're working with most times. We understand. Okay, a horse with a certain growth type and this type of running style, we know it's going to take them a while to get up to full speed, but once they do, it's quite a ride. You know, this is more like it. Now we are running way too high up here. I kind of lost sight of that, but it's fine. He still probably could have been okay where he was at, but like, whatever. Look at the stamina. You know, we're fine on stamina. He's not burning through it. Like, this is more like it. Now, we got to get going now. Don't block me, bro. Oh, my goodness. Why is that happening to us now? Come on, Primal. Good run, bro. Good run, my boy. Good run. Let's go. Let's go, Primal. Less than a furlong left to go, and he is dragging this field up with him, but not going to be a win. It's going to be a 3rd place, and that feels good. Now I think about it, we weren't supposed to finish anywhere near 3rd. Probably 6th, 7th? We're supposed to finish 10th. This is... I'm not crazy. I'm proving my point. Like, with the right horses, I can get better results. Certain horses, they just don't. We don't work well together, you know? We don't work well together. Primal Justice was supposed to finish 10th. He ends up finishing 3rd on the podium. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And that other horse, I don't even want to say his name anymore. I can't. Yeah, that was a good race. I mean, no points for us, obviously, but it's the effort that counts, and that's what I like to see. So, Horse Redacted, that's what I'm going to call him from now. Until I retire him, then I will go back to his name, but just... I can't deal with it right now. I can't deal with it. Oh, man. I'm being funny, of course. It's just like... It's frustrating, yes, but... At the end of the day, we're just playing a game. Life is still grand. Or, you know... It's not... You guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm over these races. I am so over them for Horse Redacted. But, like... Like, running him in an open, that does nothing for us. I still need to run him competitively, but this is... Oh, gosh, it feels like such a waste. Like, I tried running him on dirt, still struggled. We could run him 5 furlongs. If I get a bad start, the race is literally going to be over. Like, it's just like, why do that to myself? Long Beach Derby, that's too far... Ironically, there's nothing else to run him in except for that last race. That's a joke. If I could put him in the Osaka Sprint just for the heck of it. You know what? I'm going to do it just for the heck of it. I don't care anymore. At least we know we're going to get good speed. But those other stats, I really have to make sure I look at the right broodmare because we can't afford to have bad power and stamina on a horse from him. And yeah, he's already peaked, so he's still fast enough to win, but again, winning it has to be the right perfect storm, so to speak. Primal Justice still getting faster, man. He could really hit 90 speed. And I still feel like I'm underachieving with him. Only 5 wins and 14 starts. He's been consistent the last 2 races, but only 1 grade 1 as well. We got to get more going with you. Just, in my defense, we are really, really running against some tough fields, man. They're not giving us anything easy. So, Primal Justice. I mean, do I run you in the Long Beach Derby, and do we just call the day from there? Or do I save him for the China Mile? It's going to be a tougher race to win. Number 1. But you know what? Who else is going to run in that race? Again, like, let's try it out. China Mile. See how you do. And these are... Most of these, well... He'll probably be done after this race. Frugal might still have another one. Primal will be done for the year. And Paracosm and Frugal will probably have another additional race. This works out perfectly. Remember I said I wanted to do breeding next year. Yeah. Well, we'll have a spot. And it sucks to say that. It sucks to say, because, like, such a waste, but I just... Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. I don't care what this favoritism says. Like, can we actually win a race, is the question. He's been the favorite in every one of his races since I've acquired him. So favoritism really doesn't mean squat anymore. Just need to win somehow, and I don't know how. Better start, finally. Not like being held in the gate, but it's not great. It's a much better start. And watch, he wins this race somehow. But then again, I mean, the start is important, especially for a horse like this. But, like, I can't get him to the front. AI are being stubborn. Oh, gosh. His stamina goes down so quickly, and I know we're running sprints, so that's probably why, but still. So, you know, this is a race he's actually okay because we got a decent start. But, like, I don't think we're going to hold on to win. There goes the stamina, and you see his speed drops off instantly, man. Are you actually going to hold off to win this, or are you going to choke on the line? No, he actually... What did I say? Of course he was going to win that one, but barely. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Like, that doesn't even feel like a good win, because for one, we dropped him to a much easier race. Like, if that was, you know, a GWS type of race, I don't think we're winning that.
Impressive power.
And then on top of that, like, the stamina thing, there's nothing I can do about that. I think getting a good start would help, because then we're already, like, in the front, and I don't have to get him to the front. The fact that every one of his last 5 races, I've still had to hustle him to the front, that's killing a lot of his stamina. It is. They gave us an S somehow. I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, if he didn't have such a bad temper, we could get out of the gate normally. I wouldn't have to work him so hard to the front. Because, again, we wouldn't be starting so far behind. Like, that was our first race out of the last couple where we had a decent start. And it does help. But every time, I don't want to deal with that. I just don't. I don't. That is not the vibe I'm going for. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's not the vibe I'm going for. I mean, stacking grade 1s, or excuse me, stacking grade 2s and easier grade 1s, I don't really know if that benefits him. Granted, he is close to a dirt title, though. Ugh. I really don't want to race him anymore. I really don't. I'm just being as honest as I can be. I just kind of want him to be done. And again, I'm just thinking about his stats. Like, he's not going to achieve what he really should achieve on the track as far as titles. So, like, what am I... Is it worth it? Let's go ahead and look at the breeding barn. I was in a great mood starting this episode, and it's still good because I think everybody else is doing their part, but that horse has really kind of soured things, and I just don't want to continue to push that envelope. So, like, who am I replacing here? Monsters Legend? B Stamina, they all have B. Okay, Dear Vivid Dream. I liked Vivid, but, I mean... Our growth type is average. I mean, we're not replacing anybody else, so... Between Monsters, Legend, and Dear Vivid Dream, obviously Vivid Dream makes the most sense to replace, so... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Horse is just too much of a headache for me in this game. And that's just the decision I'll have to live with, you know? Can't even retire him yet, because he hasn't at his peak. Of course. Of course. Oh, yeah. Joke's on me. I thought he already peaked since the stats were dropping, but no. Maybe that's just a... well. We can run him in the China Sprint, and I, of course, don't want to do that. Or I can run him in a grade 2. Nah. I'm just going to run him in the Sprint. He should be able to be retired by, like, I mean, next year for sure as a 4-year-old, or 3-year-old, excuse me. No, I was right, 4-year-old. Should be able to retire him. I'd be shocked if he could still stay around. To that point of him not hitting his peak. As long as I can retire him before March of next year, honestly, is fine. So, Paracosm, he's up. Saved him. Royal Robin's in this field. We're the third favorite, behind Vastalite and Sedate Ruler, who is the favorite. These are horses we got to beat, man. This is our last chance. This is our last chance. Vastalite is ahead of us by 4 points. So winning, we have to win, and we have to hope that Vastalite doesn't finish in the top 2 or the top 3. We have a chance for Paracosm to win the dirt, but wait a minute, we have to win this race today. I can't settle for anything. I can't settle for anything. We have to win. With Far Serious, Fast Delight, Royal Robin, Sedate Ruler, Beauty Prize in this field. I mean, it's tough, man. This is not a shoo-in, but... You know, Paracosm, he has really been, again, hitting above his weight class. And as I suspected, most of his 60s, or his stats that are in the 60s, they're hitting and going to hit 70s. That's awesome. That means realistically, heading into next season, every one of his bars will show yellow except for power. And that works out because, again, he's a dirt horse anyway. So that's what I mean. You can sacrifice your power rating for a dirt horse. You can't for a turf horse. And that, you know, a turf horse that needs to be dominant on the turf for you to win the GWS with a good power rating, it's a difference maker. I'm really happy with Paracosm this year. I think he's had a good 4-year-old campaign. It's been tough, and he's running against some of the best dirt horses. He's beaten some of the best. I think he's really doing well considering he's not at his peak yet. 10.5 furlongs. If he wins this, man, if he wins this and if he beats Vasta Light, he could be a GWS dirt winner, which would be fantastic. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough ask. But I have faith in my boy. Sedate Ruler's the horse we really got to try to catch first. We have to stay close. I notice if we're not close to Sedate Ruler, then that's potentially our race. Where's Vasta Light? Now this is a race I do have to keep an eye, and you're just going to squeeze me out, huh? Yeah, this is a race I actually have to keep an eye on Vasta Light because, I mean, this matters. I don't like this. Vasta Light's right there. I think we do have a gap here, so I'm just going to need to stay comfortably here. Just making sure we don't fall off of this field.
5 furlongs to go.
Don't bump, please.
Okay.
Think about it, though. Paracosm, he's been hanging with this group for a minute, though. I mean, this is like our 3rd or 4th race together, so he's finished well every time, so he's not quite outclassed as you would think. Let's go. We gotta go now. We gotta go now. We gotta go now. Sedate Ruler's really held his time, but is it too late? Paracosm's fighting. Let's go, my boy. Paracosm is keeping Sedate Ruler and Vasta Light at bay. This is insane. Come on, Paracosm, closer. He's gonna do it. He's going to do it again. Oh my goodness. Our boy he's showing out. He is beating Vasta Light and Sedate Ruler. So statistically, he is not on their level. But again, that's the beauty of having a horse that has good stats across the board, man. You have them in the right categories. And Paracosm 2 times in a row. Back to back. He beat Sedate Ruler and Vasta Light. And that may have won him the GWS Dirt. That would put him at 29 points. It's going to be close. I think Vasta Light's still going to get 6 for finishing in 3rd. Not the pose I wanted. I thought he was going to do the twirly thing. It just kind of... It doesn't matter. Paracosm won. Vasta Light finished 3rd. Twice. And that's the beauty of having that close race okay ability as well. And again, I'm winning races on a horse that's not you-know-who. Just goes to show you, when I'm in rhythm with my horses, we can find a way to win. And if me and the horse aren't in good rhythm, well, you also see the downside of that. So that's a 5th Grade 1 win for Paracosm, 10.5. He's close to a dirt title. He should be getting it soon, or we need one more race. I always forget because I bounce back and forth between these races or these games. I always forget if it's 5 G1s or 6. Depending on the game. Oh, look who's here. Check the name of the 4-horse. That's our baby, Monsters Legend. He's here. Continental Cup for Frugal Lark. She wins this. She can win the GWS Turf. And who we're competing against is, as always, the AI dropped their horses out at the last minute, and I still think there might be another race for them. She's not the favorite, but we have a chance. Sunny Stage is here. I mean, as always, competitive field, Monsters Legend. Eager Saint still. Paracosm. I was saying it right before we raced with them. He's really had a great year, and he's proving it. Like, he has done... I just noticed, I gave Monsters Legend the same tack as Frugal Lark without even knowing Frugal Lark's... that's actually kind of funny, but Paracosm, he is finally showing us some real grit. You guys remember, as a 2-year-old in his early 3-year-old season, I was kind of on the fence about him. I didn't know if he was going to turn out to be anything decent. And he's got 5 grade 1 wins on the dirt with like mid 70 stats, you know, like low to mid, actually, I should say, mainly low 70s now, which is really high 60s. And he's beating Sedate, Ruler, and Vast Delight. That's a big freaking deal, man. But again, he also has a pretty strong pedigree, which, you know, that obviously goes a long way to help. Okay, stay. Don't get ahead of this horse. Just stay right here, please. Stay right here. Stay right here. Frugal, relax, relax, relax. Can't get her into the rhythm now. She's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm so happy with Paracosm. So happy. He is really proving himself as a dirt horse. He may not have the best stats on paper, but my gosh, that guy is tough in deep stretch. And I love that connection with the horse, that no matter the odds, we can still find a way to win. That's what I love about the horses that we breed and that we can connect with. Those are the horses I want to race with, because it is a real connection. You figure out the horse, you get it dialed in correctly, and you can win races when you're not even supposed to have a chance, you know? For me personally, that's more enjoyable. Yeah, being on favorites is great, don't get me wrong, but I like the challenge and the grind. I like seeing if my horses are tough and have heart. Sometimes it's hard to see that if you're just at the front winning all the time, you know? Okay, Frugal, we gotta go, my girl. Come on, Frugal, you gotta make this happen now. Pull away. It's not gonna happen, is it? 13 is just going to absolutely storm past us. She's going to get close race, okay. And not even going to finish in the podium. Wow. It's been tough. It's been tough for Frugal, in all honesty. We haven't had any help. D on the stretch, like, I don't know when I was supposed to start. That's a race where I'm like, okay, either I was supposed to go earlier or later. I don't know. I can't imagine going earlier would have, or going later would have helped. The Frugal wasn't going to get, she's not that type of horse. I'm guessing I had to go earlier, but I don't know. I think she still has a chance for the Terp series, but we got a couple of points there, somehow. And Paracosm, 2 points behind Vast Delight. That's a heartbreaker. I don't think there's any other opportunities for him, so that really sucks. I thought we were going to win a GWS, and we aren't going to win anything. But he does get the Dirt Champ title, so that's good at least. I mean, that helps. It would have been awesome to have the Dirt Champ title and to win the GWS Dirt, but 2 points, man. 2 freaking points. The good thing is, though, he actually should be stronger next year. Like, he's just getting strong enough now. His speed really could hit 80 at this rate, and that would be fantastic. He's developing nicely. And he's on a similar trajectory as his half-siblings, Honeybee and Perfect Art. It was the same thing. They really started to kick in late into their 4-year-old season, and then as soon as they became 5-year-olds, it was really just a year of really strong, consistent results and domination, and I think we're in store for that. Paracosm, from Crimson Art, out of Big Monster. Yeah, he is as much of a half-sibling to Honeybee and Perfect Art as they are half-siblings, so the same crop. Crimson Art's really been a solid sire for us with the right brood mares. He really has. He's given us such great gutsy horses with the long growth type, which means we have plenty of time to develop with them. I'm so happy you got your Dirt title, but I'm also disappointed we didn't get the GWS Dirt, and there's not that was it. There's no other chance. There's no other races to run. So, of course, we're going to put him in the Tokyo Cup. He'll be ready to rock and roll for that, and that could be 6. Dirt G1. So in this game it's 5, which is good to know. I actually need to put that. Let me see. Only 5. So, yeah. Paracosm has done the best. Really, I think I'll evolve our horses this year. I mean, he racked up his grade 1s. He got a Dirt Champ title and finished 2 points behind Vast Delight. I just, man, to miss it by that much, it's like, come on, that's a tease. Well, so much for only having 2 more races at the end of the year. I guess everybody will be running again. Yeah, Frugal Art, China Cup, I mean, that's going to be all or nothing. She's got to win that race to win the GWS Turf, hopefully. She's behind by 4 points to Petite Creek? It would kind of be my luck if that horse wasn't even in the GWS in that last race. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Petite Creek up by 4 points. It would be funny if that horse wasn't in that last race. You know how the AI do it in this game? Sometimes they could be winning the GWS and then they don't enter their horse in another race when they need to, but I also have to keep in mind maybe they have some algorithm that's coded into the game or something where if the AI's horses are also not in good shape, they won't run them. Like I could see the AI only running their horses when they're like in blue health. So maybe that's the case, you know? And I'm hoping maybe Petite Creek won't quite be in the blue by the time that race comes around, because if that's the case, we have a chance to win it, and obviously we don't have to worry about having to beat out Petite Creek if that horse is there, or if that horse isn't there. Horse Redacted, it's my last race with him because I can't. He's going to stress me out, and yeah, it's just not the type of horse I want to really do this with. We got lucky in our, like I said, our first 4 or 5 races. For one, we were racing. He was. What's the way I'm trying to say this? But I mean, the rest of the field he was racing with, they were outclassed by him. We dropped him in class when we had that winning streak with him in the beginning of his career. Running him in grade 3 in an open, and then running him on the dirt for grade 1s and domestically, not international dirt tracks, but your domestic ones. Think about it. That's the majority of his success. Speaking of perfect art, she still has the record here. That's insane. That just lets you know how fast she was flying. Still can't get a good start for this dude, but fortunately we have inside leverage, and it wasn't an awful start. But yeah, he only has 5 wins, guys. And we won 4 of those in his first 4 races. That's pretty darn bad. That kind of tells you what you need to know, right? So, yeah. Not my type of horse. We'll see what he does here. Now, he should have plenty of stamina to make this work. Which is a dang shame, bro. Like, this is the type of race he needs to succeed really well at, and he may not even hold on to win this. His stamina, nope, can't hold on to it. But you see, he's a lot better on a flat course. Any course with elevation change because of his bad power rating and his not so great stamina, it takes him out of the fight. We don't win that race. It's a clear second. Or do we hold on? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm over it. I'd much rather breed and get the right horse from Mad Courage. You know, like why I've tried so hard and obsessed over trying to make Mad Courage work when like he's just an in-game horse. He's the stepping stone to the type of horse with that speed that I want. And of course with good power and good stamina. So I should look at it like that instead of being so down on myself. But, you know, you don't like to lose races, do you? But at least he finished second there. Hopefully I can retire him. He still hasn't peaked yet, so I have to keep racing him until he retires, or I can just give him a layoff and not race him, which is what I'm going to do, because I don't have the energy for it. Primal Justice up in the China Mile. Has a chance to win. Competitive field. As always, every one of these races have been extremely competitive. And this is for the sprint category, so obviously he's not in the sprint fight. But winning this GWS would be a big deal for him, because he's only got one G1. So
It's a beautiful day for racing.
winning another one? Yeah. And especially at 8 furlongs, this would actually get him 3 more G1 wins away from the Mile Champ title. So yeah, winning this race is a big deal. Not for the GWS, but for that Mile Champ title. And Vivid Legend has the record here still, so this goes to show you. Vivid Legend, he's been retired for a while now. Same with Perfect Art. And we have not had horses fast enough to win this race since then. It's a little bit telling.
Hey, what are you doing?
Okay, Primal. I keep forgetting. You're actually supposed to be at the back here. This is fine. Just make sure we don't get boxed in. I just don't want to be boxed in. This is fine.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is a good window here. Hopefully that, yeah, you get the inside up. They're moving now. Okay, we gotta go. Let's go. Okay, we have some free space. Come on, Primal. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go, my boy. Oh, Primal Justice is gonna sweep. Primal Justice is going to sweep that race away. Of course, I'm annoyed because realistically, he would have had a better chance of winning the sprint than Mad Courage with how I can race with him. So I kind of just feel like I wasted the second half of the year for
A stunning victory.
2 horses.
World-class.
Primal Justice, because he could have actually been in competing shape with the sprint. I know he could have, statistically for sure. Wow, that's a great effort. And again, it is another grade 1. 3 more away from the Mile Champ, so we'll take it. It's just like, wow. That's a sprint race. Now, he beat Provident Time and everybody else by 2 lengths. Clear. No revolution. Like, our guy is fast. And you know what the good thing is, though, is everybody's still developing. Next year, we know exactly what we need to do. I hated that it had to go the way it went this year, but beggars can't be choosers. Frugal Arc, she's up. China Cup, she's got to win this. And Petite Creek is not here. I figured they weren't going to be here. That's a blessing. Now we still have to win this race, I think, to be safe. 12 points, that'll put us at 32. Petite Creek will be at 24. Whoever finishes second or third shouldn't be close to us if we win. We're not the favorite, but I mean, we have to figure out a way. And trying to think. Frugal Lark. She's fast enough. I mean, she's got good power, stamina, everything. Yeah, I guess I do need to start her a little bit sooner. Because like I said, she's not a horse you start later. I think that's what happened in that last race. I started her a little bit too late. I think I got to get her in front. I have to keep her competitive with the leaders. I really do. I have to make sure that she's not down by like a length or 2 lengths behind. Like, she's got to be right up there with the leaders, and I think as long as I can do that, she'll be okay. Oh man, this is big time, big time, big time, big time. Our only chance of winning a GWS title for anybody this year. It is all on Frugal Lark's shoulders. 10 furlongs, competitive field. And we basically have to run as close to a perfect race as possible. Try to it's hard, man. It's hard to get that good start. Okay, not too fast, Frugal, not too fast. Just get to the front, understand where you're supposed to be. And very good. Alright, we'll take it. Yeah, I gotta keep her up here. I don't want her... Like, she's not a horse that's going to be able to come from behind and run horses down. Not like that. Not unless we got a revolution. Like, I have to keep her competitive at the front here. Just make sure I get the jump. I think we're doing okay with her stamina. Pace looks like it might be mid to fast, which is fine. This is a big race, so.
5 furlongs to go.
As the saying goes, I want to keep her in striking distance. As long as we can do that, win this race, we can salvage
This is where the race is won.
this championship for her and end the year on a very high note. Okay, that actually works out. Okay, I gotta get you going now. Gotta go now. Gotta go now. Let's go. Come on, Frugal. Now this is a race. Now this is a race. You're right here. You're in the mix. Let's go, my girl. Oh, let's go, my girl. The 6 is coming somewhere. I don't know where. Come on, Frugal. You got so much. She just... What is it that she lacks in the closing stages? Gosh, to think I could have gotten her going sooner than that. I wasn't expecting her to have that much stamina left in the tank at the end. Oh, man. That's only going to be 6 points. Eager Saints and Sunny Stage. 26 points. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. That's either going to give us the win or we're going to lose by 2 points like we did with Paracosm. It's like, why this year do we come so close in 2 categories potentially and not win them? Let's see. Oh, gosh. I mean, look, Primal Justice with that 1 win shot up to 5th place behind Mad Courage. And Frugal, she's gonna actually... It's a quadruple... It's 4 horses tied for first. And for that, they're gonna give that to us, I think. And Paracosm just missed the dirt. I think they're gonna give that to us. Wow, Eager Saint, that's unbelievable. That's why I wanted to win that race, because I knew it was gonna be close. But it's okay, because they're gonna give it to us anyway, so I'm not complaining. Oh, chief, that's great. That's great, because next year, don't have to worry about it with her. Like, we can really do what we need to do next year. Legends Art's going to be hitting the track soon, but can't run in the GWS until they're 3. So just be Primal Justice and Paracosm, and maybe Frugal Lark in a different category. Maybe this... I don't know if she could do the sprint, you know? I wonder. We still have 1 more race left to go here. That's Paracosm in the Tokyo Cup, so we'll go ahead and load that up and we'll get to it. Alright, it's the last race of the year and probably the last race of this episode, just to call it, and we can win this race. I'm not worried about anybody here. And we're actually the favorite. Wow, I think for the first time in his career on the grade 1 level. And strong favoritism at that. Yeah. Well, he's already won the dirt title, so winning this will give him a 6th dirt G1 win. It still turned out to be a decent year. Yeah, we dropped a couple of races, which, I mean, Mad Courage, we're just going to leave him in his own boat. We're not going to say that reflects what we did with the rest of the field. Primal Justice, I should have had him in the sprint, but it is what it is. Paracosm, 2 points away from winning the dirt GWS, but he gets the dirt champ title, which is fantastic. And Frugal Lark gets the GWS turf win. When in reality, they probably would have given it to the other horses. But I'm not complaining. The game gave it to us. So, like, despite that 1 horse, it's really been a pretty solid year for us, considering we have been struggling prior to that. Not with Social Brainy and East of Pool, but you guys know what I mean. Our original horses have... It's been a while since we've had a real champion from them, and safe to say, I think Paracosm, he's earned the right to call himself a dirt champion. I mean, clearly, he's the best dirt horse on track this year. It's just a matter of not winning the GWS dirt title, which, again, he only lost by 2 points. And I certainly could have probably taken more advantage of just putting him in a couple more races or whatever he needed. 1 more additional GWS dirt race would have done the trick. But, again, he's getting stronger. Next year will be his breakout year. And I think we're going to win that for sure. I'm not worried. It just would have been nice to do it this year since we were so close and I wasn't expecting it. But we have next year, and I think we'll be alright. Now, I got to get through this gap. They're kind of blocking me in here, and I'm not liking it.
Watch out.
Oh my goodness, one of you have got to move. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Almost ruining our race, but maybe that actually worked out for us because we were able to save a lot of stamina, and we are taking off with Paracosm. Oh, our boy is a true dirt champion, isn't he? It's been a while since we've had a real dirt contender back in. Paracosm, half-brother to Perfect Art and Honeybee. He clears this field to win the Tokyo Cup, and he gets his 6th Grade 1 win on the dirt. Oh, this is what I mean. These are the horses I need. I don't care if they don't have the perfect stats all the time, but if they can be consistent and
Wow.
we can work with them and they have guts like this horse does, I will take a horse like this over the other horse any day. I will, because like these are horses I can rely on, that I know that I have a good relationship with. And most importantly, I know how to work with them. And I don't think their stats are conflicting. A horse does have conflicting stats when they have one category that's really good and then the other category that they also need to be good is like complete crap. That is conflicting. 5-length winner over Safety Court. Easy money, man. Let's freaking go. What a close to the year for Paracosm. And Primal Justice both, but especially Paracosm. He won 5 of his 6 Grade 1s this year. Talk about a blow-up year, man. Or 4, I should say, my bad. 4 of his 6 Grade 1 wins came in this season. So let's see. 3-year-old Turf. Somehow they still put him up there at a 138, and he... Okay. Whatever. Primal Justice, 136 for the mile. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Frugal Arc, 129, 130 across the board. 3-year-old Dirt. Whatever. 4-year-old Turf. Monstrous Legend, who isn't ours anymore. 4-year-old Dirt. Mr. T got on the board. Art of Crimson. I didn't even realize he was racing this year. I know I put him back in the game. I was going to say, where's Paracosm? 133 for Paracosm. Almost 135. We'll take it. Sunny Stage gets Horse of the Year, and kudos. Won't get any arguments from me. Best Sprinter goes to Sharp Liquor. Best Dirt Horse, as it should, because he pretty much could have and would have won the GWS Dirt. But Best Dirt Horse does go to Paracosm. And that's it. We got no other awards. So, Paracosm had an awesome year, man. Awesome year for that guy. So happy. That horse, he deserves it. And again, that's not even him at his best. Like his 5-year-old season coming up, this will be him at his best. So, of course, 52 average, win average. I mean, we won half of our races. We raced 38 times, we won 20. So, it was still a good year. It's amazing. One horse can really just kind of... This is why people confuse me sometimes. I received comments that the Dream Cup was every couple of years in this game. I'm like, I know it's like that in 2004. Are you sure that's the way in 2003? Yeah, I'm sure, bro. Yeah, I'm positive. Well, we just have a chance to do this again. I don't think our odds are going to change at all. We're still going to be running against horses that I think we're just outclassed by. But, you know, it's always worth a shot. Social Brandy. I wonder if I should run him on the dirt. I don't think I did that last year. Or did I? He used to pull. Where can I run you? Anywhere? I can run her the distaff, which is probably the best she's going to get. Social Brandy can run in the mile. The mile is still like a sprinting type of race, though, so... I can't remember what we did. I thought I ran him on the dirt. I could have run him in the Classic, but that's a stretch, you know? And you have to be a super horse to make that work. As good as Social Brandy is, I don't know if he's that good compared to the other horses. I'm going to run him in the... Swore I did the mile. I really did, but I can't remember. Okay, well, we have another shot at the GWS, or excuse me, the Dream Cup series, and these will be the last two races of the video. All right, so we're up with Eastapool. I mean, yeah, they're not going to give her much of a chance. I have to run perfect with her to win. Good experience, though. Who knows, if we get lucky, maybe we can grab a W,
It's a
but...
beautiful day for racing.
Oh, man. I'm kind of just getting through this because I want to record another episode for you guys. I know sometimes people don't like the pre-recorded episodes, but always keep in mind, if I don't pre-record it, videos, you guys, it would be back to how it was years ago when I wasn't on a consistent uploading schedule. You would get episodes once every, month. So, I need to pre-record. Sometimes that means I'm a little bit further ahead than what you guys are obviously seeing, because there's videos I've already made that just aren't uploaded yet. So, in regards to updates through the comment section, I think sometimes people think that I'm recording these in real time. If I upload a video, people think I'm recording another episode the same day or the day after, and then I can apply any advice or insight to that video, but it's that's not what's happening. I'm usually recording well over a week after the comments for the video that you're watching now goes up, and then by that time, I'm already further in the game. So the only thing that I can always take into consideration and actually utilize properly is breeding, but anything else, it all depends. Alright, let's see what you got, Eastapool. Now, we're in first temporarily, but how long is this going to last? She's actually fighting pretty well here today. I don't think the win is not going to be on, but this is a good fight from Eastapool. Well, let's see if we can finish 5th at least. I hope they're going to give us 5th still. They're going to give her 5th. Not bad. That's better. I think that's better than what we did the first time. Yeah, we're supposed to finish 12th, and she finishes 5th. Double S on the stretch. We'll take it. That's a decent, that's a really decent outing for Eastapool. I'm happy with that. Because, of course, I mean, we don't have the horse that we need to win these type of races yet, so. And Social Brandy to close out today's episode. No chance. Who cares? Let's just make it happen. Yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode, obviously. Outside of the Mad Courage conundrum. And I apologize if I kind of ranted on that too long, but...
The horses are on the
yeah,
track.
it's really frustrating, and I do try to make sure that people understand. Keep in mind, there's always new people coming to the channel, so... For those of you that have been here, I always try to make sure that you understand my thinking when it comes to, when I'm doing well or not doing well on a horse. And I also like to let new people know that are just watching the channel for the first time.
And they're off.
I'm not going to hit it out of the park with every horse. That's unrealistic. I consider myself decent at the game, but I mean, not to the point where I can just play with any horse and win in any condition. No. And I don't like to play like that. That's why I don't buy every horse. I certainly like to play this game with my favorite horses and horses that I just like how they run. I like their running style. I like how we can manage them throughout the race and they don't really give me much of a problem. Those are the type of horses that I like.
Okay, this is where
Your Paracosm. He gives me no issues, and you see the results. He wins. 4 Grade 1 wins this year out of his 6 total. Now, is this going to clear up, or are you just going to... No, you are going to move, but not until it's too late. That's annoying. Because I wasn't expecting him to move. He just stayed in the gap the whole time. I mean, not like we were going to probably win anyway, but that definitely messed up the momentum. And look at you. Falling back, falling back, falling back. That easily could have been a 5th place finish, and instead it's not even going to be that. That was a better race for both horses. Should have been a better race for Social Brandy. Still beat our odds, but that isn't the point. I'll take it, though, but still. A little bit annoying. The AI were weird this episode, where they weren't blocking us too much, but in certain races like that one, they just blocked at the worst time, and it did mess up our momentum. Used to pull actually get some points. I don't think we got points at all last year. And Legends Art, 5-star toughness. This 2-year-old colt from Monsters Legend out of Perfect Art. Yeah. Let me think. Neither of his parents had tack on the front, so I mean a hood. I think I need to keep traditions. Of course, we'll give him a shadow roll. Not gonna do yellow. Yellow would pay homage to his father. I mean, he pretty much looks exactly like Monsters Legend if I were to do that. What's our colors in this game? The yellow makes the most sense. I feel like I've done purple quite a bit. We could do white. Because Perfect Art, she had pink and yellow as well. I do kind of feel like pink and yellow need to be in there somewhere. I'm not going to give them pink, even though I think that would look cool. You know what? I actually have an idea. Maybe we do put blinkers on them. I don't know how this will look, though. I'm actually just going to try it out. This could look awful. The yellow and black checker mask we haven't done. We could do the pink and the yellow. I have an idea. I don't really want to give him a hood, and I probably shouldn't, you know what I mean? Because, like, his family doesn't have hoods, but I feel like he might be the exception. What happens if we did black with the yellow? That looks weird, doesn't it? Yellow with the black, yellow with the pink. White shadow roll maybe? Could work. And then the tack, still have to have pink in there somewhere. Give proper respects to the mother. The black and the pink? The black and the pink I think actually looks kind of cool. It's different. Or we could go like gray and pink. Like how we do in 2004. I think I actually like the black and the pink. I don't think yellow and pink. Then again, wasn't that Perfect Art's colors actually? I think it was yellow and pink. Literally, or was it like this? Can't remember, but I think I'm going to go yellow and pink. Ugh, I'm so decisive. I hate when I do this. I'm sorry. I'm just going to probably do black and pink, call it a day. Thing is, this is the tack. He will have to keep it. He would have to keep it. You know what? As much as I would like him to have a hood, I think I should keep tradition where it's at for these horses. Understand the families and all that good stuff. Thought he would have worked with the hood, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and, oh, wait. Yeah, keep the name. No hood. That's what I meant to do. Shadow roll. Obviously, any other color's not really going to work. Yeah. I think we have to go yellow again. Or we could go white, maybe, and then for the bandages we can do like the yellow and pink theme. Yeah, I suppose we can do that. I just don't know if anything else would work. I mean, white and pink, it's different. The black and pink I think looks cool, but just don't know if it really makes it stand out, you know? The gray and pink doesn't look bad. Like I said, I always like to make sure we keep both colors of the parents somewhere on the, you know, on the yearling. I'm going to do gray and pink, actually. We're going to do with that. Oh, I almost forgot. Training. I'm just going to start off with the guts. And then we'll go from there. And that will officially end the episode. Hopefully I can retire Mad Courage. Okay, Legends Art. See how you do, bro. Okay, I haven't done this training in a while, so let's try it out. It's gonna be like an 80 score right now. Not getting any excellence. How did I miss a whip? Those were like the easiest things to nail in this particular training. I'm saying 83. 61? Just for missing one. That's hot. I mean, like it. Oh gosh, yeah. Wow. Well, it's not how you want the first training session to go, but what can I do? Oh man, it has really been a weird night of like success and like frustration. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Like, I'm happy for Paracosm and really everybody except for Mad Courage. Can I retire you yet? Yes, finally. My goodness. Do you ever have a dream? Sorry, bro. Stats are too average. And yeah, we just... Mad Courage got to get in there. He's probably AS or AA or ASS, whatever it is. He's still... That's insane that even without... I mean, I did get 4 grade 1 wins with him. It's so funny that even with the lackluster effort I felt like we had compared to what he could have achieved, still gives him the ASS. And this is the good thing about using him as a sire. You get that speed, and staying at SS, you get good braking. But again, I gotta improve the power and the stamina. And his guts, I mean, it makes sense why once he's out of the race, he's completely out of the race. I'm not really worried about that. I'd much rather improve the power rating for one. So breeding, I'm either going to do another fall with Social Brandy, or I'm actually going to try to get the first Mad Courage fall on the field. It's a good stamina and good power. Who is suitable? Not you, not you, not you, not... Wow. Mad Courage, I actually can't breed with anybody because all of our broodmares at best have D stamina. D power. That's got to change. See, Social Brandy, with his being at A, it'll balance out. So Mad Courage, I got to wait till we get a new girl back here. Which, Frugal Lark, hopefully? Let's double check. Frugal Lark. Which means we still probably going to be waiting another year or 2 years minimum until we breed with Mad Courage, which I'm fine with. Okay, yeah, Frugal Lark will be the answer. Frugal Lark should help balance out Mad Courage's bad power, so at least we can get a horse. A horse from the both of them should be really good. In all honesty, the speed should still be top notch. The guts will be improved. Okay, Frugal Lark and Mad Courage will actually work. That makes me feel a lot better. A lot better. So, the good thing is we have the headache out of the way, and now this year we can focus on Paracosm and his 5-year-old campaign. And look at, I didn't know if it was going to happen. It's happening, and it's going to happen. All of his stats are going to be in the yellow except for power, which we'll never get there, but that's really solid, man. And for the dirt this year, more speed. I am super, super excited for Paracosm. We're getting the dirt this year. And I gotta be honest, I think I need to stick him to the speed training, because once we started making that more of an emphasis, I feel like it's helped him out quite tremendously. I'll do some stamina later in the year, but just speed, man. You see, it's making a difference for him. That's why he's beating Sedate Ruler and Vast Delight. It's not like he has top-notch speed. It's just the fact that him having better speed now allows the rest of his stats to also do their work. Primal Justice. He's going to hit 90 speed too, which is great. So we got some fast... I mean, we have a legitimate fast boy here. And, you know, you are from... he has Crimson Art in his pedigree as well. Perfection, Vivid Legend... Either way, his growth type should be at least late, at minimum, which means this will probably be him at his prime this year, and then he'll start dropping off as a 5-year-old, I'd imagine. So, got to get him his title and his win this year. As far as the regiment, I think we have him where he's supposed to be. Speed balance, blah, 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 blah. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. I think it's going to be a much better one. I know what I need to do now. Paracosm, he'll be getting stronger, and we're, of course, strictly focusing on dirt with him. As far as getting him a turf title, it depends. Like, I kind of want to... I mean, I don't know. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll put him in a race, since he needs to be in one anyways. Kyoto. Well, never mind. No turf campaign for him. I think we'll keep Paracosm strictly as a dirt horse unless I feel motivated to try him out on the turf, and I might, but I think just making sure that we win everything we can win on the dirt with him first is priority. Primal Justice. It's got to be a big win for you as well. We'll put him in the GWS Sprint. Again, Frugal Lark's already got her title, so I can relax and do anything with her. And he's going to have a handicap for a grade 3. A little bit surprised by that. Huh. Okay, he's fine for the grade 2, so that's a good test. And then Frugal, mile champ. So we're just going to focus on 8 furlong races when they pop up for you. Now, will she have a handicap in this race? Yes. Oakland S. That's a long race to run. It's a grade 2, though. 11 furlong, she should be able to handle it. Guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Again, I do apologize for the frustration and ranting with Mad Courage. It's just like, you see what happens when I don't race on that horse. Like, we either win or we finish very well. With him, it's just it was a cake. It was just a toss, a cake toss. That's not even a thing, is it? Hopefully you know what I'm trying to say. It was up in the air. We never knew what was going to happen. And again, I have to take responsibility where I do, but it's a lesson, a reminder to myself again to really acquire horses that I feel like are not going to frustrate me. I was being greedy with Mad Courage, and granted, I think he's still going to be a great pickup because of his stats for breeding, but I know what he's capable of. I know other people have used him, and obviously I wanted to give him a shot. I didn't realize that at least in this game, he's a little bit of a headache if he's not exactly your preferred riding style. Like, if you play the game differently, like how I play it, then Mad Courage is hit or miss, and I'm just, yeah, like I said, I didn't have the patience or the energy for the frustration, so I really should have just dropped it earlier and just kind of dropped him out when I could, but I was hopeful. You guys know me. I try not to give up on my horses, but it happened. It is what it is. At least we'll be able to use him for breeding in a couple of years, and he should give us some really strong foals. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Until next time, Horse Gamer signing out. Have a great, fantastic day. We'll see you later, and goodbye.